It's going to be our first day that temperatures probably in the zone. So let's see how well this goes here. Let's give it a few minutes. It kind of disconnects every now and then. So let's give us a try here. Let's see what we got going on. Imagine everybody is out having a good time celebrating Veterans Day. God bless all the veterans, all of us. America wouldn't be free, and which brings up the subject that I want to talk about today. Is basically, I was watching a movie today called Nuremberg, and it was about the Nuremberg trials that was going on in Germany. 5 years that I've been alive, I am amazed that that what I'm watching today, where they're resorting to name calling and calling people out, and uh, threatening to terrorize, going to people's houses and pounding on doors. What was the one recently I heard about? I heard about Senator Ted Cruz was at. How you doing? How you doing, Stephen? Going yelling at him in a restaurant and whatnot. And then there was one where they were was it Justice Kavanaugh, y'all? They went and said that we know where you sleep. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't. It was the reporter. He was working and hey, how you doing, Tactical Shiner? Right on, cool. He was at work. It was the reporter, and they were basically saying, "We know where you live. We know where you sleep." Folks, in 55 years, howdy, West Virginia, West Virginia, man, well, right on. Um, I just 50 Stephen from Georgia, right on. God bless. Hey, how's it going over there in Georgia? We're on this topic today on about politics and whatnot today that I'm watching. What's up from Utah? 21st century technology. Yeah. How about this? Am I coming in okay, guys? Am I pixelated? Got some bad storms here. Semper Fi, brother. Semper Fi. Doing over there? I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. Georgia also that they're trying to have and all this other stuff. I mean, come on. For crying out loud, have y'all ever heard of being a graceful loser? Some of these politicians is out today. I wanted to show you all a few things, but it was raining out here. So question for y'all. I was watching the movie Nuremberg today, which was made in 2000, had a lot of good actors in there. And how you doing, Jim? Um, I am watching some of this stuff, about the blue. We'll talk about that a little bit here, Joe. We'll talk about that. Okay, believe it or not, if you look at a map of Texas, it was only the border states, okay, that are the blue counties. Believe it or not, the rest of Texas was red, except for Williamson County. I wish my friend Larry was here, man. I just kind of like to keep an eye on things. I'm more of an observer. But one thing that I was taking back from history, from Germany's history, is they talked about, folks, how propaganda played a big thing in swaying people's minds. So what is modern propaganda, folks? The media. I eat everything. Now, folks, I'm gonna tell you something about myself. When I was a young American, okay, and when I mean young American, I mean I didn't become a citizen until I was about 12 or 13 years old. I really wanted to get into the whole thing about being American, and then now I am an American, but I go the politics route. Um, um, Hang on to that question. Let's come back to me. Which is the best 545? The one that's in your hands. Okay, this is I've never seen these type of shenanigans in politics. Rights movement. I was a young child when the civil rights movement was going on in the late 60s, and I remember asking both my parents, who are both different races, and I'm sorry, but one's Native American and one was as white as snow, and they both kept giving me different answers because I didn't know if they understood that how they were using propaganda to sway people's minds, and that's exactly what they're doing now. Um, you know, I'm right on, brother. 556 somewhere. Right on. I had to get closer to read that. Um, you got that right. Everyone knows what kind of. Never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. How I like hot pepper grandmas. All right, but I'm worried about this, folks. I really am. When people are banging on your door, and some people ask me, Johnny, are you ever worried about people banging on your door? No, I really am not. I'm real. You know, if they ever, folks, your door is about 46 to 48 feet from your curve. A lot of that was in relation to drive-by shooting. Ask, are you ever worried about people pulling in your driveway? No. First, it'll set the dog off. Right? And if the geese are out, the geese are great guard animals. They'll start honking away. They'll let me know. And plus, they got to get through. Not expecting the FedEx guy or UPS guy. I put it. There's a type of a barricade that I put out front. You know, and it's not that I'm not trying to be unsociable. It's just I have times had, you know, at times had people show up in the middle of the night. And a lot of times it was because take your pick. Mom was sick, dad was sick, something like that. Calf was sick. This is Texas, you know. Just all kinds of things have happened, you know. Hey, hey, Joey, how you doing, buddy? So I kind of, for a while there, got used to people banging on my door at all hours. And then when things started happening, and I need to explain this story, and we're going to say our hero here, person, the hero, okay? Just for any other term, let's not give any name, any criminal information. Let's just say the hero. Especially criminals are slick. And what these guys do is they will go through obituaries in the newspaper, and they will find names of people who have passed away. And it is easy. I don't know how you all know this, but this is, I mean, whether y'all know this or not, but it's easy to take a person's name. Hey, Buckshot Rambo, how you doing? And cross-reference with an address in an obituary. It's really easy to find out. That's public record. Okay, what these guys were doing when they were finally caught was they were taking the obituaries, cross-referencing an address, and they were hitting those houses, expecting no one to be there. Well, our hero just happened to be, woke up to the sound of a crashing, crunching noise. The crashing, crunching into the deceased's house. Okay. Two houses being separated by, like I said, about 100, 120 feet by estimate. Okay. Our hero was woke up from the noise. Hero went out, looked out the window, and noticed two pieces of door with a crowbar and said, y'all get. Went to retrieve his favorite Kalashnikov rifle. Okay, trying to start walking in a vertical position, if you get my drift, is what, not word for word, but that was the kind of the idea. Get my drift person, our hero, who was holding a Kalashnikov 7.60 by 3, possibly a Chinese Mac 90. And the person said, you did not just throw a rock at me. You did not bring a rock to a gunfight. Locked and loaded and sent one round down range. Okay, not going to say what state this happened in. You know, maybe a state where you're allowed to have a Kalashnikov with a 30-round mag. Okay, but after that shot, there was some expletives. There was a few other things. Let's get out of here. He's shooting at us. Now, our hero had no intentions of actually shooting them. He may have just been shooting around them to try to get a point across, like git, G-I-T. Okay, all right. Oh no, dear, it's bad weather over here. It's not you. Okay. So the chase was on. Okay? The chase was on. Great point. That no other way to say this, folks. Criminals don't always, millions of people. Okay, millions of people. You would be amazed what one person with what is right. By a damn thing that woman says. I think she's crazier than all get out. No, I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a psychologist, but you know what? A rose by the end of the name. You'll hear me say that a lot in next upcoming videos, okay? If you look at what is going on with the Democratic Party right now, and I realize, folks, I do have friends that are Democrats, and they're saying, Johnny, we're not the same. Friends who are Democrats, what's going on? Ted Cruz, and I'm going to tell you this, Trump, and escort these people out of. We would get up, a word or not, but anyway, not relevant because we would have protected them. We would have escorted these people out. And where was the men? Where was the staff? Were they calling the police? Were they, where's the tough guy? Whatever. What? Where was politics are going? I just wanted, there are criminals everywhere. Okay, about that. If you go back in history, look up Kristallnacht, okay? My stream isn't working very well, Brian. It's probably because the weather. I'll get on this thing pretty quick, but that was the whole point.